Module 7, using the prefix na, which can indicate either and or with and also. Na can also be used when we say we have something, but we'll cover that in a different module. So in all the examples today, na is getting added to the front of your noun. And remember, all our nouns start on vowels because they belong to all these different noun classes. And therefore something happens which is called vowel coalescence. So for example, if you add na to a verb starting on an e, it will turn to ne. If you add na to a verb starting on a, then it will stay na. If na is added to a noun starting with an u, it changes to no. If na is added to one of those plural nouns that start with e, it changes to ne. And if na is added to those, also a plural noun, the o, like in o mama, then it changes also to no. Our first construct we're going to look at is when we use na to indicate and. So we've already spoken about how we connect different actions to each other. That's used, a very different technique is used there. But we're now talking about when we're using and when we're speaking about different things, so about nouns. So for example, if you want milk and sugar in your tea, or sugar and milk in your tea. And na is then added to your second noun. And remember, there's going to be that vowel coalescence that's going to happen. So if I want to say, I want milk and sugar in my tea, for example, ubisi is milk, neswekile. So that na in front there is indicating milk and sugar. So if you said it the other way around, if you were to say sugar and milk, then it's iswekile, but the ubusi is now combined with the a for and you get nobusi. And you can do this when you add several different nouns to each other. So for example, if you want to say, please check the water and the oil and the tires, kawukangele, so amansi is your first noun, ne oil, so that's na plus I oil, and na plus amavili, namavili. So kawukangele, amanzi, ne oil, namavili. Na can also be added to the pronouns, and they actually create words that are often used within the Xhosa language. So you will remember that we have those pronoun stems belonging to I, you, him, her, us, etc. And what happens is na is added to the front. So if you want to say and me, or me too, or me also, that would be nam. If you want to say and you too, or you also, nawe. And him too, or him also, naye. Also for the plural ones, so and us or us too is nati. You plural when you're addressing a whole group, nani and you. And if you're talking about and them or them too, that would be nabo. So quite often it's used in emphasis on reply. So for example, if somebody said, I'm pleased to meet you, you might answer nam and me. Ndiyavuya ukukwazi, me too, I'm also pleased to meet you. And quite often if somebody would say to you, have a nice day, or it was nice to see you, or good luck to you, people often just reply nawe, which also means and you. And so it's quite nice to have that to add to your conversations. But na can also have a very different meaning when you're trying to indicate with something or someone, or together with something or someone. And we're going to look at a few little examples here to make that clear. And you can see just in our question words, you can add na, for example, to the question word bani, which is who. And you can ask, uhlala nabani, who do you live with? Or uteta nabani, who are you talking to, if somebody, for example, is on the phone. And to answer those questions, you would then be able to say, Ndihlala nabazali, or Ndihlala no mama, I live with my mother, or I live with my parents. But it can also be used not just living together with something, but playing with something. So the umtwana udlala nenja, and you can notice that vowel coalescence happening there again. The child plays with the dog. Or when we use with, and that we're talking with somebody. So siteta nentombazana, and you can notice again that vowel coalescence happening over there. Or when you're saying, I'm learning with somebody. So I learn with a teacher, for example. Ndifunda netichala. And our last example here of using na specifically as a prefix is that you can also use it when you want to say and also. So for example, shall I clean the windows as well? If somebody's just checked your water and oil. Hendisula nefestile. So we've got that vowel coalescence happening there, and it means I am cleaning also the windows. Sika nekeiki, which means cut also the cake. And then our last example there, no Jenny uyeza. So also Jenny, she is coming. In a later module, we'll look at another way that we use na, but usually as an infix.